a dynamic field, constantly evolving with new discoveries and insights. If we can't question it, then it's not science, it's merely dogma dressed up in a lab coat. Let's explore how science has been settled until it wasn't. The phrase, "trust the science," has been used by various figures to silence debate and foster compliance. Real science invites scrutiny and thrives on skepticism, while manufactured consensus demands obedience without understanding. Settled science is often fixed and unchanging, politically convenient, and weaponized for control. In contrast, real science is open to revision, self-correcting, and thrives on skepticism, welcoming challenges to its assertions. Scientific truth changes with evidence. What was once gospel can become obsolete. Major breakthroughs happen when we challenge orthodoxy, not when we defend it. When science stops evolving, it becomes religion without honesty. Let's revisit times when authorities declared science settled and were catastrophically wrong. These instances remind us of the importance of questioning and evolving our understanding. For centuries, the belief that the sun revolved around the earth was enforced as absolute truth. Galileo faced punishment for challenging this, showing how evidence was often ignored in favor of dogma. Bloodletting was believed to cure illness for over 2,000 years, despite evidence to the contrary. Even prominent figures like George Washington underwent this treatment, highlighting how consensus isn't always truth. Phrenology was once considered legitimate science, used to justify racism and inequality. It was eventually dismantled, showing how harmful consensus can be when not questioned. DDT was once sprayed directly on children, deemed safe and effective. Decades later, it was banned due to links to cancer and ecological damage, illustrating the dangers of unquestioned trust. Doctors once endorsed smoking, with ads promoting its health benefits. Despite overwhelming evidence of harm, it took decades for the truth to prevail, showing how denial can persist when questioning is discouraged. The USDA's food pyramid promoted high-carb intake, influenced by agricultural lobbyists. Despite evidence of its flaws, millions followed this guidance, leading to widespread health issues. For years, stress was blamed for ulcers until the discovery of H. pylori bacteria. This breakthrough challenged the consensus, leading to effective treatments and a Nobel Prize for the researchers. Hormone replacement therapy was once widely prescribed, believed to prevent various health issues. Later, it was linked to increased risks, showing how consensus can be dangerous when not questioned. Einstein once believed the universe was static, a view later overturned by Hubble's observations. This discovery led to the Big Bang theory, highlighting the importance of evidence over elegant assumptions. Leaded gasoline and asbestos were once considered safe, widely used despite their harmful effects. These examples show how industry-driven science can lead to preventable health crises when not verified. Mercury and arsenic were once prescribed as legitimate medicine, despite their toxicity. These practices highlight how dangerous consensus can be when not questioned, leading to harmful treatments. What is considered absolute certainty today may become tomorrow's embarrassing mistake. The difference now is that politics often dictates what counts as truth, making questioning even more crucial. COVID policies have shown how settled science can shift rapidly. From masks being deemed unnecessary to essential, each position was declared settled despite changing evidence, highlighting the need for scrutiny. Climate predictions have often been revised, yet the narrative remains absolute. Failed predictions are ignored, showing how political science can punish those who question the status quo. Basic biological facts have become controversial, with ideology often overriding scientific understanding. When questioning biology is forbidden, we abandon science for ideology, leading to harmful consequences. In early 2020, the lab leak theory emerged, suggesting COVID-19 may have originated from Wuhan Institute of Virology Research. Initially, experts and journalists faced censorship, but as time passed, systematic censorship by platforms like Facebook began to unravel. By 2023, growing evidence led mainstream acceptance of what was once labeled misinformation. The narrative shifted, vindicating those who dared to question. During the pandemic, natural immunity was dismissed in favor of vaccine mandates. However, studies eventually confirmed its validity, showing that natural immunity provided robust protection. Despite initial dismissal due to political messaging, the science caught up, and public opinion began to shift, recognizing the importance of natural immunity. Corporate media and tech platforms have become gatekeepers, suppressing inconvenient facts and legitimate debate. When official narratives are pushed, dissenting voices are often silenced, labeled as misinformation. This chilling effect stifles scientific exploration in public discourse, weaponizing science for narrative control. Prominent experts who questioned pandemic policies faced backlash, despite their credentials. Their crime? Questioning policy, not science. Real science welcomes challenge, but propaganda punishes it. These experts dared to question, and their insights were overshadowed by political agendas. The phrase, "follow the science," is applied selectively, often invoked only when it aligns with predetermined policy goals. When science contradicts these goals, it is ignored or labeled as complicated. This selective application of science is about power, not truth, and the public is noticing the inconsistency. Public trust in media, government, and medical scientists is declining, with many seeing politics and science. This erosion of trust demands transparency and accountability, as scrutiny reveals the influence of political agendas over scientific truth. When trust the science becomes unquestionable, skepticism isn't the problem, it's the rational response. Declaring scientific debate over before it begins leads to public doubt, damaged credibility, and lasting division. These are the consequences of pretending science is settled, ignoring the dynamic nature of scientific inquiry and the importance of questioning established norms. Doubt is not the enemy of science, it's the foundation. Every breakthrough begins with questioning accepted wisdom. Curiosity, criticism, and evidence over authority drive scientific progress, reminding us that the first principle is not to fool ourselves, as Richard Feynman wisely noted. Albert Einstein emphasized that no amount of experimentation can prove him right, but a single experiment can prove him wrong. This highlights the provisional nature of scientific truth and the importance of questioning, even when institutions demand compliance without question. Richard Feynman noted that science is the belief in the ignorance of experts. Expertise doesn't equal infallibility, and questioning is vital to scientific thinking. When experts become unquestionable, it ceases to be scientific, becoming dogma instead. Skepticism has been rebranded as denial, equated with obstruction. However, healthy skepticism preserves scientific integrity, protecting against misinformation and fraud. Blind trust, conversely, destroys science, entrenching error and turning knowledge into dogma. From Copernicus to modern COVID dissenters, history shows progress happens because of dissent. Challenging established norms leads to breakthroughs, as every revolutionary idea was once heresy. Those who question, not those who comply, drive scientific advancement. In science, nothing is ever truly settled. Every fact exists to be tested, and every consensus invites challenge. Questioning is how knowledge grows, and silencing questions is how knowledge dies. Embrace uncertainty, demand transparency, and question authority. Free inquiry is essential for discovery. When questioning is criminalized, truth suffocates. Speak up, defend dissent, and think critically. Science is a process, not a person or institution to trust blindly. The right to question is the path to truth, and defending it is crucial for progress. SHR Media presents Reaver of Common Sense, a platform dedicated to conservative media done right. It champions open